Today we will begin on our backs. So go ahead and find a very comfortable position for you on your back. Now I'd like you to explore having your legs straight, having your legs in the constructive resting pose position where your feet are on the floor, knees bent. Maybe even explore the butterfly position where the bottoms of the feet touch and your knees are open to the sides. If you have any pillows, you can have them underneath your knees. So find a space where the sacrum and low back is really comfortable. And then with your arms, you can play having them up and over your head, out to the sides, palms up or down, or you can even have the hands on your stomach. You decide. And then we're going to begin by noticing the 3 anchors. We'll use them throughout the practice. The anchor of touch and feeling, anchor of sound, and the breath. So for now, just do a nice little scan, noticing the parts of your body that are connecting with the ground. The back of your head, down the neck, making sure the neck feels supported, on the shoulders, down the spine, the low back, the buttocks. Maybe your legs if they're straight or your feet if they're on the ground. And then you'll scan kind of like the front of your body, checking in with your joints, your ankles, your knees, your quadriceps, the stomach, any sensation there. Maybe you just ate and you're feeling full, or maybe you're hungry. And then moving up, seeing if you can see, or not see, but feel your heartbeat. Watching the rise and fall of the chest and stomach as you take deeper breaths in. And then checking in with your face, noticing if there's any tension there, forehead, jawline. Maybe you give yourself a nice little internal smile with your eyes, your lips. So you can you feel your body, feel the floor. And now let's tune into sound. And so become aware of the different sounds that you can hear. So heightening your sense of hearing. Of course, you'll hear my voice, the music coming through, but see if you can tune in to other sounds in the room that you're in. Maybe even your own breath. And now you're going to tune in to your respiration. Let it be natural. Just watch the natural spontaneous breath in and out of your nose. Then you start to control this breath, making it a little bit longer, slower, deeper. You start to engage in pranayama, breath control. You can start to notice the rise and fall of the chest, the rib cage, the stomach, filling up your container fully, taking life in fully. So take deep breaths in and out. So let's remember these anchors throughout the practice as we move and shape shift. Remember to bring your awareness to the moment, right here, right now. We can feel, we can hear, we can breathe, right here, right now. The union of aware mind and your body. So let's bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And I always like to begin practice with an intention. So this is your moment to call in your personal intention, remembering your why for choosing to practice this morning. And with that, we'll take a deep breath in through the nose. And we'll exhale out the mouth. In nose. Out mouth. Beautiful. Now allow the arms to extend up and overhead. If your legs are in the bent position or butterfly, slowly start to draw them up and then extend your legs forward. Now give yourself a nice good morning stretch like you're just waking up, and then start to rotate your ankles and wrists and spread your toes and fingers. And then notice what happens here when you bring the arms up and over. Notice if you went into like a deep kind of arching of your low back and the ribs lifting. Let's see if we can draw that in and engage a little bit. You're circling one direction and the other. Then you're going to bring the arms around. Hug the right knee in towards your chest. Hug the left knee in towards your chest and gently rock it out side to side. Let's extend the arms and the legs all the way up. Once again, look at your feet. Hello feet, hello hands. We're going to flex the feet, reaching the heel away, toes towards you. And then the same with the hand. Reach your fingers to point back and forward, back and forth. Flex and point. Circle it again, one direction. Spread those toes and fingers and the other. Start to hear the nice symphony of your joints. Crackety crack. All right, a little coordination here. Let's bend the right leg and left arm. So we're bending at the knee, at the elbow, and then bring it back up. We'll do the opposite. Left leg, right arm. And up. Now same, right arm, right leg. And up. Left arm, left leg. All right, you guys, let's do all four. And now come up just halfway up with the legs, and then the arms will stay up. Keep your shins parallel to the floor and the knees right over your hips. You decide if you want your feet flexed, demi-point, or pointed. See how that feels for you. And you decide if you want the feet together, knees together. See how that feels, especially on the low back and hips, or about hip distance apart. Now bend at the wrist so your fingers are pointing back. The hands are right over your shoulders. Shins parallel to the floor. Notice gentle core activation here, pelvic floor engagement, like 20%, and the lower abdomen is drawing in. Now I want you to feel how your hands right over your shoulders feel and your fingers pointing back. Now allow the hands to open like an inch to the sides, to the right and to the left. And then turn your fingers like a quarter of an inch out as well. Notice how that feels on your wrists, elbows, shoulders. Now let's bring those hands again, right over shoulders, fingers pointing back. Okay? And now a little bit wider, turn the fingers out a little bit. And notice how that feels. Awesome. Slowly release those hands down, feet down, take a little break. Relax the whole body. Catch up with your breath. All right, with your feet about hip distance apart, the knees right over your ankles, let's bring some love and awareness to the glutes now. We're gonna curl the tailbone, and your hands can be on your side or on your thighs if you'd like. We're gonna curl the tailbone, activate glutes, so squeeze them in and lift up. Making sure the back of the neck is long here. We're gonna go up and down, and up, down. Your glutes will stay engaged the whole time as you go up and down. Barely touch the floor, okay? Up and down. And so if you want to connect it with the breath, maybe inhale, exhale, kind of like a little faster breath, or inhale, and then exhale the next time you go up. Okay, 2 more, you guys. Last one. Now stay up. Stay connected with your glutes. Now bring your arms up, palms facing forward in front of you and fingers up. Start to walk the feet a little closer together, toe heel, almost touching. Now transfer the weight to your right leg. I want you to really connect with that quadricep, your hamstring, and that right glute is squeezing in and lifting because you're now lift your left leg. Find that balance. This left leg can stay bent 90 like this or straight up. Okay, you decide. Your job is to keep these hips in line. We're gonna pulse up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot down. Transfer the weight to that left leg. Turn on all those muscles. Lift your right leg, bent or straight, you decide. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that foot down, separating the feet about hips distance apart. Let's reconnect with those glutes again. Lift them again and hold right there. Now let's break it down to the shoulders. Serratus muscle here. We're going to reach the fingers way up and down. Notice how the shoulders are lifting up off the ground a little and back down, as if they're wrapping around the armpit and down. We'll do this 5 times, 2 more, and reach up and down, reach up and down. Keep the shoulders down. Now reach your arms back. They're not going to touch the floor, just hovering. And I want you to think of reaching your shoulders up to the ears, away from the ears. Up to the ears, away from the ears. Let's not forget about those hips. Connect and lift. We just do 5 of these, you guys. Up and down. Bring those arms up and down. Now slowly relax those hips down to the floor. You decide, full stillness here, just kind of taking in. You really activated the body. Connect with your breath. Create space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck. You can also, if you feel called to, windshield wiper your legs side to side. You can do that as well. All right, hands behind the knee. Now we're going to rock back and forth. Gentle core connection here. Do this about 3 times. And then on your last one, let's bring it back to seated, okay? So now, just a little word here, reminder for core activation. We're turning on TVA, transversus abdominis muscle, okay? It's a deep core muscle underneath our six pack, underneath the obliques, and it's connected to the pelvic floor muscle. So that's why we're gonna do a gentle Kegel, 20-30% activation. That lower abdomen tones in. If we touch here and we go, you feel it contract and activate. I want you to do that without the coughing and keep it active, okay? So here's the game that we're gonna play. I'm calling it The Floor is Lava, like there's a show called The Floor is Lava. So the idea is that we can't touch the floor with any part of below the knee, legs and feet, arms and hands, or your head, okay? But everything else in your body, from your torso, your thighs, your butt, your belly, can touch the floor. Okay, so here's how we'll play. We're gonna lean back, turn on your internal core set, lift those legs, okay? Now, you could stay here in stillness, boat pose, okay? Or we can start to add a little movement. When we lift one leg, we lift the other, we reach the arms to the sides, up, think of like reaching, okay? Utilizing your core to keep you in place. I also want you to explore going back onto your back. This time, head stays off the ground, legs are up. And you can play with maybe some straddles, side to side, back and forth, okay? I want you to get really creative here. We have about 1 minute of core work here, of finding movement that's out of the ordinary or your, regular kind of yoga postures, and just tune into your body. There's no right or wrong way to do this. The only thing is that if your feet or your hands touch the ground, it's gonna turn into lava and you're gonna get burned. All right, you guys, so if you go on your back, then you gotta use that core, right, to bring yourself back to seated, and then you explore here. I like to get on the side here, my piriformis, give myself a nice little massage. As you start to kind of rotate and turn on your side, you tune in also to your obliques a little more, right? And then if you're like more like fitness oriented, maybe you're like, I'm gonna do some V-ups here, right? You're like, I'm gonna do 50 V-ups for this minute that we're here. You decide how you want to explore finding that connection to that internal muscle that we're gonna be using for the rest of the practice. Almost there, you guys. Whee! If you haven't made it to your back, one more pass here on your back, on your side. Hey, you can even go on your belly, right? Without touching the floor with the arms or your knees. Whee! All right, if you're on your back, start to make it back to seated. Whee! Okay. I hope we're warmed up now. Bring it back to seated with your legs crossed. Let's do 3 circles to the right, righty-tighty, grounding. Leaning with your chest forward, holding onto the knees as you go back, creating this kind of like C shape with the spine. And reverse to the left, lefty loosey, loosening up a little bit, rising. All right, back to neutral. Let's turn onto all fours now, knees and hands onto the ground. Remember before how we were playing being on our back with our arms up, and I was telling you hands over shoulders or a little bit wider. Let's play that. Now reverse that tabletop, right? And have the hands here. Hands on their shoulders, fingers facing forward, hands a little wider. How does that feel for you? Your knees about hips distance apart, okay? Belly's drawing in, gentle core activation, ribs will be in. Now let's give our neck some love, okay? We're gonna draw the neck forward and then draw it back in. And forward and in. Keep doing that slowly. Now notice that it's not chin forward and in like this, it's your neck, as if you're face planting between your hands. And then use those steep neck flexor muscles to draw that neck back in. Yesterday, I keep telling you guys to remember when you're on your computer or you're on your phone and you're like this. Yesterday, I caught myself. I was in my computer and I was like this. And then I remember, all right, bring it back in, bring it back in. All right, now keep that neck in. Now let's isolate chest to the shoulder blade area here, your upper back, thoracic spine, shoulder blades towards each other, away from each other. In and out, so gliding in, gliding out, and just make sure that you're not going into super arch here with your back, right? You're staying connected. You have that internal core set on. Okay, push away. Now, down towards the low back. Tailbone up, tailbone now, down. Isolating just towards the low back and hips. The middle back's gonna be a little involved, but not too much. Circle it to the right. Got 3 circles right, just the hips, and left. Awesome. Let's bring it back to neutral. Now let's connect all that movement into a full, beautiful cat-cow sequencing. Inhale up, exhale, push away. And you can come onto your fingertips if you'd like to. Sometimes when we're in our hands so much in that 90 position with the wrist, a little too much starts to hurt. So give it a break by coming onto your fingertips or fingers or even fists. So we can go flexion extension with the spine. We can also go into a lateral flexion. Pretend like you want to bring the head to the hip, hip to the head, and then combine all 4 points, side, side, up and down, and go like circular. Connect to your breath however you like, however it feels most natural for you to inhale and then exhale. But remember the 3 anchors. Feel the floor. How are you supporting yourselves? Feel the body. Is this wise for you to explore? Are you breathing? All right. Good, good. Let's bring it back to neutral. And let's bring some love and attention towards the toes. Curl them in. Walk the hands back to your knees. Sitting back on your heels. 1, 2, lifting the hips up. And then 3, sitting on your heels. The work here is to maintain the shoulder to hip, shoulder to ear to shoulder, shoulders to hip. Okay. So if you catch yourself like you're here, right, because it's too much, then I'd rather you be here. Okay. Hands to the thighs, neutral through the pelvis, ribs in. Remember that neck in. So almost as if we're trying to create that double chin action. Toe stretch. So many nerve endings at the bottoms of our feet. Giving them some love, little stretch. Take deep breath here. Slow breath out. Relaxing the jaw, the forehead, the eyes. 1 more breath. And then slowly bring those hands down to the floor. Go ahead and lift the feet, point your toes, and tap the tops of the feet onto the ground. Keep your toes pointing back. Let's sit back onto your heels now. If you want to get those knees a little closer together and the feet so that the sit bones land right on your heels. Okay? Try not to allow the ankles to collapse to the sides. Keep the heels pointing up. Once again, neutral. to the low back, ribs in, and that neck in. Hands can stay on your thigh. Take deep breath in, slow breath out. Again, if this is too much for you, some things you can do, a pillow or a block between your feet, so then your butt is on that block. Or again, you can sit up. Let's take deep breath here. Slow breath out. All right. Once again, those hands to the floor. This time lift your feet, circle them in the air, circle the ankle. One direction, spread your toes, and other direction. Let's practice our yogi squat now. So curl those toes in, walk the hands back to your knees, and lift the knees. Options here, if you have a rolled up towel or something nearby, you can bring them underneath your heels for support. Feet are about hips distance apart, but they can go wider or closer together. We can have those armpits right here on the knees, and kind of think of reaching your hands way forward as the sit bones reach back, tailbone reaches back and relax. Here's one option. Second option, maybe you want to balance on your toes and balls of the feet, and then palms can come together to the crown of the head. Sending out gratitude or sending out a prayer, just tuning into this moment, your breath, your balance. How incredible your toes are and your feet supporting your whole body here. We can change this up by bringing the hands to the floor, allowing the knees to open, and then just start to sway side to side. So now the toes are turned out, so the knees can turn out. Once again, play, reaching in opposite directions. The arms reach forward, the hips are reaching back. Nice stretch, relax the head, breathe, breathe. Remember, I guide you, give you different options and ideas. Ultimately, you get to choose what you do, where you want to hold. Other options, bringing the hands closer, finding balance here. Hands to the knees. Think of reaching, so internal actions, reaching the knees away from each other to the sides. You feel that in the inner thighs. Maybe gently pressing. Notice if the sit bones, if you're kind of like on your heels here, what if you press so much that you start to lift up off your heels a little bit? You feel the quadriceps, right? And then slowly bring it back down. Hands to the floor. All right, you guys, we're gonna work a little bit, okay? Allow your feet to get a little bit wider. I'm gonna turn this way, okay? As wide as it need to go for you so that your heels touch the ground, okay? So this is one of our most primal positions, a squat, okay? We used to do all things like this, right? So the yogic squat is like this. We allow the hips to just kind of drop here, use the elbows to open the knees. You can use a block or a pillow to sit on, but we're actually gonna work and use the muscles. So I want you to squeeze your glutes a lot and press through the feet so much and activate quadriceps here so much that you start to lift. Okay, hold it here. Your glutes are squeezing in and then slowly bring it down. Okay, now we're gonna engage again, press and lift. Get those feet as wide as necessary for you. Awesome, and then slowly back down. Can we do that one more time for a total of 3? Squeeze your glutes, activate the legs, and lift, 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 and hold. And then slowly release. Good job. Hands down to the floor, a little bit wider. Let's see if we can bring this inside part of the knees right here to the triceps and lean forward. This is it. We can stay right here. If you got a crow pose, you can lean forward and maybe lift one foot, maybe lift the other, or maybe not. Maybe we're just reaching forward and holding there. Just getting used to like, what would it be like if I do balance on my arms? We're not gonna take super long to workshop this. Just if you have it, go for it. If not, we're gonna start to bring the feet closer together now when we land and draw those knees to point forward again. Down to the floor. And now we're gonna take this to dancing lion. Reach those hands way forward, over to the side, forward to the other side and back. Go ahead and release your toes in the back, point them back. 3 circles one direction. This should feel real nice after all that work. On our squats, one direction and the other. Allow this to be natural, organic. Now keep the hands and knees right where they are. And then reach your hips back as if you're going into child's pose, but we're not gonna go to full child's pose because I don't want your hands to move. They need to kind of be there for our rolling wave. For rolling wave, we're gonna tuck the tailbone in, belly's in, chin to the chest, and we roll forward. So the spine is in the flexion position all the way to the front, all the way to the back. So it's a wave. The wave goes forward. We rewind that wave and it goes back. And yes, you can do this in the extension position of the spine as well, back and forth. Just make sure that it's safe on your low back, okay? So we'll do this a few times. And if you wanna add a low push-up to this, roll it forward, bend at the elbows, lower halfway, and up. Now I want you to check in with your shoulders, right, and your elbows. Do you wanna get the hands wider? Do you want to get the hands closer together? Do you want to turn out your fingers in any way? So try all the different variations of your foundation to see how that changes, how this feels for your elbows, your shoulders. We'll do this about 5 times, 3 to 5 times, you decide. And then on your last one, we're going to roll it all the way forward. Lower all the way down. Keep those hands in line with your chest. Bring your forehead to the mat and just take a moment to relax here. Relax the whole body. And I want you to now just kind of feel your toes, your toenails and your toes pressing on the floor, the tops of your feet. And when you do that, your quadriceps activate naturally. Now squeeze your glutes, lift your head, shoulders, chest a little bit, cobra. Now, cobras don't have hands, right? So we want to think of using thoracic spine. We want to think of using our glutes here to help us lift, not our hands so much. Okay, we'll do 3 of these. I want you to get your back muscles real strong to lift here and not use the help of the hands so much. Now let's bring our arms forward, forehead to the ground for a moment. Take a little break, relax. Pretend there's someone holding your hands, pulling you forward, someone holding your feet, pulling you back, feeling a nice elongation in your whole body. So now contralateral movements again. We're gonna do right arm, left leg, and then left arm, right leg, okay? Here's the thing. We're gonna lift the head a little bit off the ground, but keep looking down, like we're drawing that neck in, how we did before. Right arm up, left leg up. Immediately point that foot in the back, and then slowly bring it down. Opposite arm and leg, inhale up, exhale down. Glutes are on, yeah, every time you go up, inhale other side. Exhale down, and inhale, exhale. Let's do one more each side. Inhale this time, hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Last side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring it down. Awesome, you guys. Bring those elbows in so that you're in the Sphinx position. Elbows right underneath your shoulders, forearms on the floor, palms down. We're gonna inhale, look forward or up if that's available for your neck, and then exhale, chin towards the chest, activating all the abdominal muscles, pulling in, like you have the corset on and I'm coming behind you to kind of pull the strings of that corset and you're like, ooh, you're lifting. And then slowly release, look forward or up, big inhale, exhale, activate, lift, connect. These beautiful supportive muscles you have, inhale, and then exhale. Release. So allow the elbows to open, hands forward to the sides. Now we're gonna fly. Go ahead and lift your feet behind you if you'd like. We can look down, neck in. You can look forward, see what feels better for you. We can move. Think of reaching the hand down to the knee, ear to the shoulder, ear to the other shoulder, hand to the knee, side to side, like you're swimming. Little fish, or maybe a big fish. Maybe you're a shark. Maybe we start to bend the legs and kind of reach the arms forward. Remember what we were doing earlier? I told you, hey, you can get on your belly too. You can try doing that. Again, connect with those back muscles, connect with your neck, connect with your glutes. And then you're gonna turn your head one direction, slowly land, keep your palms facing up, relax the whole body. Deep breath in. Maybe you'll sigh it out. Feeling your heartbeat and your heart drumming on the floor into the earth. All right, before we fall asleep, let's bring those hands in line with the chest, gently looking forward, reset. We're gonna do 2 more of those cobras. I want you to feel how they feel now after all that we did. So press, connect with glutes and lift. Maybe you lift the hands this time and down. And you don't even need to look up with it. You can stay looking down, bring that neck in and down. All right, you guys, hands stay in line with the chest. Curl the toes, you decide, knees on the ground or off the ground. Connect with core, push it up. If knees are on the ground, lift those knees, plank position. So where do you want the hands? Under shoulders or a little wider. Feet about hip distance. Heels reaching back as the crown reaches forward. Ribs are in, that neck is in. Big inhale here. Let's bend at the knees, push back, down dog. Let's pedal the feet here gently up and down. You can do this slowly. Maybe you hold one heel down, breathe a couple breaths there, and then you switch. Or maybe you like to go up and down fast. You decide. Other things you can try here is bending both knees and pivoting side to side, like you're doing the twist. Let's do the twist. And then the hips, side to side. All right. And then bring it back to neutral. Let's do a few calf raises here. Yeah, so we're pushing. Down dog is a push-up. Those ears are gonna, shoulders are gonna draw up to the ears. Let's draw the heels high up. And then slowly the heels go down. And see if you can try and lift your toes off the ground. Then toes go back down, heels lift, and down, toes lift. Keep doing that. We're gonna do a total of 5. Here's 3. And 2 more. Up. See if you can lift your toes. Up. And lift. Good job, you guys. Heels up. Let's tippy-toe your way forward. Walk your hands back a little bit. Feet are about hips distance apart. Let's bring those knees, hands above the knees and come up halfway up. So down dog is an inversion. Let's not come up really fast, right? We want to kind of hold halfway. Now we have all of our weight here on our hands and arms supporting us. I want you to turn on that corset again. Connect with your glutes, connect with your legs, and allow the arms to just hang here and see if you can support yourself here, okay? By connecting, engaging. And now we're gonna draw the tailbone down a little bit, belly in, chin, chest, and roll up. And as you roll up, you're gonna draw the shoulders up, back, and down, and give yourself nice shoulder circles while I move this up. So I'm gonna cut my head off. Up, back, down, and forward. All right. Now we're on 2 feet, no more on all 4s. Now let's learn to walk. All right, so check to see where you want your feet. I like them about hips distance apart from me, right underneath my hips. My toes kind of turn out a little bit, but what I want you to think about is keeping your knees pointing forward. Okay, now we're gonna just kind of go up here and notice if you're kind of anterior tilt or posterior tilt. Let's go somewhere neutral here with the low back. Let's start to draw the ribs in to make sure they're not flaring out like that. And then your neck drawing in. 5-second inhales, 5-second exhales as we do the different arm variations for salutations. Let's begin by reaching our arms way behind us. So inhale, you turn your palms out, reaching back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. And then exhale, turn your palms out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, just to the sides. Inhale, reach. I want you to be keenly aware of how this feels on your shoulders when you reach the arms back behind you to the sides. You might be breathing a little longer than 5 seconds. That's totally cool. Go at your pace. 20 degrees forward with the arms. Inhale. Now maintain that connection with the spine, the torso, making sure it's staying neutral. You're not flaring the ribs. Keep that control. Completely forward with the arms. And last, we'll bring the palms together. Prayer up and prayer down. Now you choose the arm variations that you want to do, and let's go for half salutation. Big inhale, we reach, looking up. Thank you, sun. Thank you for rising each and every morning. Thank you, fire. And as we exhale, flying down, touch the ground. Thank you, earth, Mother Earth. And as we look forward, we come up. Remember how we came up and I told you connect with your core, legs, same thing. Thank you, water. Exhale, let's fold it. Drop the hips, chin in, rolling up the spine, flexion with the spine. Big inhale, gratitude for this air we breathe. Then a little kind of cactus arms here, bending, and allow this to be more for your upper back than your low back. So we don't go into here, we stay neutral, and then just allow the heart to open here. Give love, receive. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach. I always like to honor and be grateful for the elements, but now you find your own personal gratitude, maybe someone, something. Exhale. Last one, inhale, half salutation, any arm variation you'd like. Inhale, exhale. Open your heart, beam it out. Like there's a rainbow coming out of your heart, sending out all the love. Reaching up. Let's bring the hands in prayer to the heart. Take a moment of stillness and breathe. Reconnect with the floor, the whole body. We're going to practice our chairs now, keeping the feet about hips distance apart. Your knees are pointing forward. Let's bend them. Don't let them come in or out. Your ankles will tell you where your edge is. From there, you're going to sit back in your imaginary chair, and as you sit back, the hips go back, the chest goes forward. And then you start to connect with your quadriceps, the hamstrings, and your glutes, okay? You know you're going too far down when your knees start to cave in or they go out or there's just pain, okay? You need to be able to figure out where your chair is. It's gonna be different for everyone, okay? Let's bring those arms forward. Turn your palms up. We're gonna pretend like we have a bar here. We're gonna pull the bar, okay? So kind of using our little biceps a little bit. I want you to squeeze your glutes right here. Squeeze. And then squeeze all the way to the top. Pull. Inhale to your chair. Squeeze, exhale to the top. We'll do this 5 times, 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Find even weight distribution on your feet. Okay, so you're not too much on your heels, not too much on your toes. Last one, inhale, squeeze to the top. Awesome. Let's do 5 more, but we're gonna change it up. Turn the palms down. Now we're gonna pull again. We're just gonna come up halfway to here. So we're not going to straight, just to around there. Inhale, squeeze, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, squeeze, exhale. Last one, inhale, squeeze, exhale. Now we're gonna take it all the way down, find chair, either arms forward. If you want those biceps by the ears, you can, or hands in prayer to the heart. Can we bounce it out a little bit? 10, 9, squeeze every time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Inhale. Exhale, open heart. Inhale up. Exhale, hands, prayer, heart. You're already more or less hips distance apart with your feet, yeah? trace a straight line back with your left foot. Your feet hip distance or wider. Bend that front leg, knee right on top of the ankle. We want to have more of a posterior tilt with the sacrum here, the pelvis. So for some of us, we need to bend that back leg and then go into that posterior tilt. Immediately, you're going to feel that nice stretch in the hip flexors left side. Bring your right hand towards that area, towards your hip flexors. Give them some love. And then the left arm will go up. With the inhale, you rise high up. You feel that nice stretch again. With the exhale, you go to the right a little, just a little bit. Because we're going to keep breathing about 4 more breaths, and you're going to keep going up and going in. Up, in, with every inhale and exhale. Find your balance. That back heel is off the ground. So the heel is right over your toes. Keep breathing, concentrating. Nice internal smile or full smile. So you can relax the jawline, relax the forehead. Awesome, you guys. Let's bring it back in. Hands in prayer to the heart. Lean forward, straighten the back leg. Okay? Now, create that connection with your right glute. Turn it on, leaning forward, lifting the back leg. Immediately, point, demi-point, or flex the back foot. Warrior 3. Now, warrior 3 could be right here, you guys. Shoulder, hip, ankle alignment. Or the full version, we would go to parallel to the ground. Belly's in. That tight corset is on. The work here, you guys, is going to be this. Let's bend the back leg. Draw the knee in slowly. Okay? If you want to kick it forward, go ahead. Flex a foot or demi-point it. Bring it back in. Let's do a warrior 3 again. We're going to do a total of 5 of these, you guys. Every time, I just want you to add a little more speed as you bring that knee in, kick it forward. Your job is to find that balance where you can add speed, but still hold it here without wobbling, right? Which might happen, and it's okay. That's the work in the practice, right? And then reach back. The hands can stay in prayer. The hands can release on the sides if you'd like. Whatever you like. That's 3. Find that warrior 3. Really reach as far back as you can, as far forward with the crown. And then bring it in. Whee! Back. Was that number 4, I think? And this is as fast as you can do it for you. Bring it in. Kick. In. Down. Go ahead and shake out that right leg. Shake out the whole body. Same. Other side. So we want to have the feet about hip distance. Same. Trace a nice straight line back. Heel off the ground. So that ankle is kind of over your toes. Is that demi-point position or Barbie toes, like the Barbie doll. Bend the front leg. We bend the back leg so that we can go more into a posterior tilt here. Okay? Not there. Forward. Feel that nice stretch. Left hand's gonna go here towards the hip flexors here on the right. Right arm will go up. Big inhale, reach. Exhale to the left, we go a little bit. Keep doing that, keep holding. If you're sitting all day, remember this exercise, right? It doesn't take anything. It's like less than a minute. You're doing both sides to stretch your hip flexors. If you're sitting down all day, okay, give them an opportunity to stretch and strengthen after when we do that. The knee in. All right, you guys, which side are we doing? This one. All right, back to center. Hands in prayer, lean forward, back leg straight. Let's reconnect with the corset, the core. Turn on that left butt cheek now. Lean and lift. Immediately as you lift that leg, point the foot or demi-point or flex. It's gonna help you with balance. I like to think about like there's a target behind me and I'm pointing my toes or heel to that target. All right, so you find your warrior 3. Then you can bend that back leg. You can even bend the standing leg a little. And then draw that knee in. You want to kick forward, you can. Back in, and then find warrior 3. We do this 5 times. So 5, warriors 3. Bend, in, every time you draw that knee in, you're gonna add a little speed. Let me see you guys. Yes. Reconnect with the core center as you're coming up. And also use your drishti point, looking at one point in front of you to help you balance. Again, it's that target. You guys are doing great. Can you see I'm out of breath? So I'm just like, here's an excuse to take a break. Good job, you guys. Let's do one more, as fast as you can. Bring it in and stop. You got it. That's it. Awesome. All right, bring it in and shake it out. Shake out the leg, the whole body. All right. So now let's take it to the shoulders a little bit and get a wider base here and go into the inner thigh a little bit. We're gonna practice our teacups. So allow the feet to get wider. Find like a goddess position here. Let's actually go up and down a few times until you feel like, all right, this is where I'm at. This is where I can sustain, right? And then find that goddess position. Knees over your ankles. Hands right by your sides with the palms up. So our job is to try and keep that palm facing up the whole time. We pretend that we have our hot tea on our hands, or coffee or juice, whatever it is that you drink in the morning. Can't let it drop. Right hand is gonna go towards the left side, left corner, like you're presenting it forward. To the sides, goes behind you, over your head, and then keep reaching over to the left. Notice that internal rotation in your shoulder here to keep that palm up, bending at the elbow and bring it in. Now the left goes to the right and reach to the side, behind you, over the head, reach again towards that right corner and bring it in, bend at the elbow, reach it in. One more each side. Keep breathing, keep concentrating. If it's too much for your legs, just straighten your legs and then come back up. One more on the other side, reach, reach. Awesome, bring it back in. Slowly allow those legs to straighten. Release the hands, bring those toes in. So now they're parallel to each other. Hands to your hips. Use your thumb to guide your tailbone down. Use your hands to guide your hips forward gently. Looking forward, looking up, see what's best for your neck. And back to center. All right. We got one more. Toes out. Now we're going to do both arms together. Find that your goddess position. Connect core, your glutes, your legs. Both hands move at the same time now. Let's reach them forward. Present your T to the sides. Here we're going to go into a nice extension, reaching back. Fingers facing each other over your head and then forward. This is a tough one. Bend at the elbows, bring it back in. Perfect. Let's reverse that and take it back. Yes. You can go as slow or as fast as you like. One more pass each side. So forward again. And last one, back. Oh, it burns. It burns. Bring it in. Good job, you guys. Straighten those legs. And release. Toes forward. Give yourself a nice supported back bend here. Take it back. Back to center. If you want to do a forward fold here, fold. Slide those hands down your legs. Thank you, legs. You can grab a hold maybe at the shins or your ankles, and then gently pull yourself in. The elbows open to the side. Relax your head. Inhale, think of lengthening spine. Exhale, gentle, gentle pull. Hands to the hips, flat back inhale. Turn on that corset and up. And then toe heel your feet closer together. I just had an idea. Maybe I should make like this yoga corset for clothing. New yoga wear. We're wearing corsets. All right, so we're gonna do figure eights, one direction. and reverse. Okay, back to neutral. Let's bring the palms together, rub them together, creating heat. What kind of magic are you going to be cultivating today for yourself? Beautiful Wednesday morning. Your healing hands, Reiki style or more massage style. You can touch your body or not. Let's give yourself some love, healing energy, bringing that heat to your eyes. May we see with eyes of love, compassion, acceptance, forgiveness. May we see ourselves and others. Then we're going to bring that energy up and overhead, clearing away any limiting beliefs. Bring it behind the head, behind the neck, to the neck. We're going to brush the neck 4 times, communication center. May we be impeccable with our words today and every day. Reverse prayer down the heart. May we feel below the breast, behind the back, and then towards your kidneys. You're going to circle. You kind of like little circle massage, one direction and the other. Thank you, kidneys, your adrenals sitting right on top of your kidneys, processing stress. Let's forward fold and give some love to your butt, working for you all class, and then down. Or maybe if you're going to sit on your butt for the rest of the day, down to your feet. Thank you, toes. Thank you, feet. Thank you, legs. Thank you, knees. Thank you, thighs. Crisscrossing at the reproductive center. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, digestive center. Thank you, chest. Thank you, heart. And then slowly bring it out. And we're going to shake it out. You're going to shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. 30 seconds of shaking. Now remember, we can lift the heels and stomp. We can completely jump like we're in a trampoline. We can shake off and kind of flick the legs and the arms. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. The head. Allow yourself to be silly here and really release. Okay, we did enough like engagement and reaching and straightening, and now just let loose. Let it loose. Give yourself some breaks throughout the day also, right? If we're in our computers, lots of working from home, things like that, get it up, shake it out. All right, you guys, bring it back to neutral stillness and release. Take a moment to feel your feet again on the floor, grounding. That free flow of energy you feel up and down the body, down the fingers. We're going to take a deep breath in and reach the arms out and up. Big inhale. Hands in prayer down the middle. Exhale, we fold, finding your gratitude. Inhale, we lengthen. Hands go back down to the floor and let's walk it back. 1, 2. Plank position. In this plank position, you decide knees on the ground or no knees, lower it all the way. Go ahead and point those toes, roll the shoulders back. Inhale, 1 cobra, maybe no hands, and down. Do a nice gentle push up with your knees on the floor and push it back into a nice child's pose. Arms forward or arms by your side. All right. If the arms are by your side, go ahead and bring them forward. Do a nice rolling wave forward. And then draw one knee forward and then the other. Feet to the side, find a seat, and your legs forward. You're going to be towards the front of your mat so you have enough space on your back for your back, on the back for your back. Hands in front and take it back. Curl the tailbone, connect with your core, lean back. Slow and controlled. Once on your back, go ahead and bring those knees in. And nice rocks side to side. Left foot to the floor, right ankle to the left knee. Option 1. Option 2, lift the left foot off the ground. Option 3, right hand's gonna thread between the legs, interlacing right behind the left thigh here or below the left knee. And you're either gonna gently pull in or you're just gonna let it be. Maybe right where you are is perfect. You might also explore rocking a little bit over towards the left. Just checking in with the right hip if that's okay, how that feels. So moment by moment, as you move, as you shape shift, you're making decisions that are wise and sustainable for your body. I'm only here as a guide, and you get to choose your own adventure. And as you make decisions here over and over, you become more decisive. You begin to trust yourself more, that you got this. You can make good decisions for yourself. Who better than you? And then slowly release. Left foot to the floor, but just keep that right heel where it is. And then start to draw the right knee a little bit more towards the chest instead of open. And then we're just going to cross those legs over to the left. Left hand to the right knee. And then notice if the right shoulder and right shoulder blade are off the ground. And see if you can bring it down by pressing this left elbow and lifting the left shoulder to bring that right down. You're looking up. And then go ahead and open your arms. Palms are up. We're going to open the book here and then close the book. This right arm is going to come up. Lift your head, connect with those neck muscles. You're going to bring this right hand towards the left hand. And then open, inhale. Head goes back down and then exhale. Close the book. Open the book. Let's do one more for a total of 3 and close the book. And let's draw it back down. Now, the right hand can rest on the floor, or if you want to try this, lift the right hand off the ground a little bit and allow that hand to go up and down. Snow angels, sand angels, because we're in Florida. Up and down, checking in with your shoulder. Again, is this wise for me to explore? Is this sustainable for my shoulder? What if I turn my palm down? What does that do? What if I bend at the elbow and do more like a cactus arm? And then once you've had enough of that, just allow that hand, the arm to rest on the floor and just see if you can relax the whole body. Like you're just melting, allowing gravity to do the work here. You don't need to engage or push or hold anything here. Relax the face, the jaw. And then very slowly, we'll draw back to center. Hugging both knees in, gently rocking yourself side to side. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Give some love to the left side. Right foot down, left ankle to the right knee. So we've got option 1 right here. We've got option 2, lifting that foot off the ground and using all muscle here, right? Drawing that knee in, maybe this left knee reaching away. Or maybe you thread the left hand between the legs, interlacing either behind the right leg or below the right knee. It's your choice if you want to flex, point the foot, or let them be. It's your choice if you want to gently pull a little bit more or maybe even rock a little bit to the right. That's super deep, so make sure you're careful if you're rocking a little bit. Long, slow, deep breaths. Moment by moment, training your mind to be attentive in the moment without worries of the past or the future. They say that when we're living in our past, when our mind, our thoughts are always in the past, right? If they're not happy thoughts, it might bring feelings of depression. And then if we're living in the future, worry, right? Planning, just worried about the future, it could bring feelings of anxiety. And so what if we do the work to be more present here now? What's happening now? I feel the floor. I feel my body. I'm breathing. And slowly release that foot to the floor. Keep that ankle right where it is and just kind of draw the knee towards your chest a little bit. You can use your right hand here outside the left knee just to cross over. Help it cross. Open arms. See if you can bring both shoulder blades down to the floor. And now we're going to do the open close look. Left arm reaches out and then up. Lift your head. Connect with your neck muscles and palm to palm. Inhale, you open. Exhale, you close. Now, if it's more natural to you to inhale and exhale the other way, please go for it. Remember, I kind of guide you, but then you get to choose. Was that 3? I forget, but do 3. Again, we can just relax here now or keep that left hand a few inches off the ground so that the hand is in line with your shoulder, and then explore going up and down. The palm up with the palm down, the arm bent at the elbow, exploring here. Once you've had enough of that, you just allow the arm to relax, the whole body to relax. Even your face, internal smile, yay. We're at the end of the practice. Did so good. Taking care of this physical body. As we take care of this physical body, moving energy, emotions get to flow and release. New mindset, new perception. And then slowly bring it back in, hugging the knees in towards your chest and gently rocking side to side. Let's go ahead and bring the legs up. Your arms can also go up, and we can stay here in stillness. We can do some of that movement we did at the beginning if you want, with the wrists and toes again, fingers, or just some stillness. Maybe the feet are together, maybe they're a little separated, or maybe you want to shake a little bit, okay? So we're going to do a little shaking. Again, it's your option. If you have your own personal inversions that you like to do and you feel safe doing them, go ahead. Otherwise, just a few more seconds here. Shake it, shake it. Change the shaking a little bit. Sometimes it's kind of circular, sometimes it's back and forth. I'm going to count down, and the closer I get to 1, the faster you'll go. 99, 98, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the feet down and arms down. And find your way into a final resting pose that works for you today. This could be right here, constructive resting pose, your legs bent. Some people like to bring the knees together, kind of pigeon toe the feet a little bit. We have some blankets, pillows, bring them underneath your knees and straighten your legs if you like. Arms can go wherever you want, up and overhead, by your side or towards the stomach. If you prefer to be on your side, if you prefer to be on your belly, go ahead. Set yourself up however you'd like. And if you'd like to sit up for meditation, you may do that as well. Whatever you choose, whichever position, choose to be at ease and at peace. And just like we did at the very beginning, we're going to take a moment to scan the body from the back of the head, scanning all the way down to make sure that you've landed as comfortable and the body feels supported, especially neck and low back, as supported as it can be. And then you'll scan the top of the body, like your toes, quadriceps. You can let them go, relax. The muscles get to relax now. Pelvic floor muscles, abdominal muscles, relax. Feel that gentle ebb and flow of the stomach, chest, rib cage, and the air coming in and out. Notice the quality of your breathing now. And then relax in the face, relax in between the eyebrows, relax in your forehead, the eyes, around the eyes, the cheekbones. Relax in the jaw. We can relax the jaw by separating the teeth, top and bottom. Tuning into your breathing, tuning into the sounds in the room. Taking a moment for total stillness and bliss. You did your work, your engagements, your twists, your balance. And after stress, we must rest. Taking this moment to shower yourself with gratitude. Gratitude for this physical body of yours. Yesterday, I taught a class on digestive support, digestive health. And our digestive system is just one part of the many systems that we have in this magical body of ours. From the muscles to our bones, our glands, the organs, respiration, cardiovascular system. So much of you. What a miracle. So many opportunities to care for this body. And movement is a great way to take care of all the different systems of the body. Movement that is functional and sustainable. And in yoga, we learn that we are more than this physical body. We're more than this flesh and bones and all of the systems. And we actually have this whole other world, this energetic body, the chakra system and the meridians and our auric field. It's a whole other world. We start to dive when we start to really get into being a yogi, practicing yoga, learning more about ourselves, all of ourselves. The emotional body, these emotions that we have throughout the day, the mental body, the mind, the thoughts, and spirit body. Higher self. And now take a moment to connect back to your breathing, allowing it to be deeper. Maybe belly breaths, allowing the belly to expand and relax. Filling up your container fully from the bottom up. Belly, ribs, chest. And then exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And then you start to invite movement back to your body. Maybe you start to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Maybe you start to rotate your head side to side. Maybe the arms go up and overhead and you give yourself a nice good morning stretch. Maybe circle around those wrists and ankles again. And then you'll hug the knees to your chest and begin to rock side to side. And then you start to think about how you want to come up to seated. We can do that through the side. You can do that rocking back and forth. And once you find your seated position, find a nice posture, the spine straight, allowing the hands to rest on your knees, or inviting your hands to your heart if you want one hand on top of the other, or palms together. Then you're going to draw the chin in slightly, bowing to yourself. Once again, closing with gratitude. We began with an intention, and now we say thanks. Thank yourself for showing up, waking up bright and early, practicing your practice. And if you'd like, in your mind's eye, you may repeat to yourself, thank you, I love you, and you'll say your name after. I call this the magic words. We say this to honor and acknowledge this time taken for self-care and self-love. And with that, you'll take a deep breath in through your nose, and you'll sigh it out. Palms together to forehead. Thank you so much for being present this morning. Thank you for trusting me and guiding you through this practice. May it serve and support in strengthening mind, body, and spirit. Thank you.